movement in America called, wait for it, the Voluntary Human Extinction Movement.
Okay.
Right? And basically it's saying that having a child, and there's lots of them over here, don't be hear them off camera, we've clearly got a school
They didn't get the memo, did they?
We've got a school trip in, haven't we? They're going, oh, look at them. Yeah, so apparently having a child is one of the most...
impactful on the planet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And one of the best things you can do is don't have kids and help save the climate, the planet.
I mean, I've heard this discussion before, and obviously this is very different to people that can't have children for different circumstances. And this is a choice of opting out because you have this climate anxiety, as some people have termed it. And I think, you know...
What about climate conscience, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I think if my kids decided they didn't want to have children for that exact reason, I would, of course, support them. You know, autonomy over their body is really important. But I think if I'm honest, there's a really selfish part of me that would be disappointed because I want to be a grandparent, but I know that's not right.
It's human feelings.
It's their choice, but deep down...
What, at your age, with your kids the age they are, I hadn't even thought about it at your age.
It hasn't come up at all because my kids are as young as 6 and 10, so it's not a conversation that maybe might be happening in, say, your household. It's not happening in mine, but when it does, I will always support what they want to do with their adult lives because, you know, they're going to be of that age by the time they talk about that.
You still would like to have
It's just instinct, isn't it?
I just think, you know, if you had £1 for every 19-year-old that says, I'm never going to have children, you'd be very, very wealthy indeed. I think most of us at that age, it's not something that's in your conscience, is it? So, irrespective of whether it's about climate change or what, I think, you know, what they say now is not necessarily what they might feel at the age of 32. And also, if you aim for human extinction, I mean, where does the planet go? Because you do need some level of human existence, surely, to just kind of like, you know...
Yeah, the idea of human extinction, no. But if I'm honest, although I would desperately love to be a grandparent, if my child came and said, I'm doing this as a sacrifice because I think that is going to take people really I would be enormously impressed that they would commit themselves to that in that way, because really none of us really want to sacrifice anything. But at the same time, just like you, I would be sad for my own reasons. But my eldest really does have anxiety about the thought of bringing a child into a world where she feels a bit hopeless. I think that often we are given, this is why this is so lovely, you know, that there's hope. Often we're given a feeling if there's nothing we can do, it's too late. You know, I don't believe in recycling, I don't. And I think it's almost like we need the most fantastic PR job done on it so that people can think they can affect change. Yeah, that's important.
But then a lot of those, you know, a lot of particularly teenagers or whatever, I get it. I think it's good that they're sort of more conscious about the planet and all of that sort of stuff. But if you say to them, OK, give me your smartphone, give me your laptop, because those are not good for the planet.
Many of them
and then when you say you want the lift to the station, that's not good for the planet. So can you just walk?
But I do.
But we have created a lifestyle that is very demanding on the planet, haven't we? Which is different from the lifestyle that we had when we were growing up.
My childhood was very eco-friendly.
But we didn't know.
I do think they're eco-friendly now because the age group of my kids who are still primary school and infant school, it's in the curriculum, you know, they come home and they teach me how to do better. It's part of their projects. At the weekends, we're litter picking. They are so interested and it's
wonderful.
They've always known it that way. So I think, you know...
And it's interesting you were saying about your kids feeling hopeless. I have to say, my kids don't feel like that.
Lucky you.
And, and I don't know whether it is that they're just being blind to it. I mean, maybe they haven't thought about it enough. But I think they have actually the optimism and sometimes arrogance of youth that they think that they can change things. And, I mean, if you think of our generation grew up, maybe not you, Katie, terrified of nuclear oblivion. You know, we grew up in that kind of post-Cold War.
Remember the pamphlets that came through the door about getting up to the kitchen table?
And the millennium. Do you remember the New Year's Eve millennium night that everything's going to shut down and end?
And here we are in a different age, and absolutely we're going to have to make changes. But
well,
my kids have got
not in the future. They need to have been made, and right now.
But
I mean, they do make changes.
Yes, but when you hear it from Katie, whose children are younger, that is already being, you know...
That's the norm.
Climate change needed the same PR as
Yeah.
as COVID
We're
is.
getting into very different
get
waters
out.
there. But anyway, listen, I don't know about you, but I need a wee break.